Hello everyone, this is Cooking with Matthew. Today we're going to be doing turkey tetrizini. It's like an American sort of a pasta casserole type thing. I've already got me some butter going. I've got 2 medium onions and a ½ pound of mushrooms. So we're going to roll with that. I put about a ½ stick of butter in there. It's probably a little less than a ½ stick. You can use olive oil, whatever you want to use. We're going to get them. I got some garlic here. I'm going to probably use a tablespoon of this. I don't really like using this chopped garlic, but I do sometimes. And it's a lot easier. Just 1 tablespoon of chopped garlic. Alright, so we're going to stir this stuff around. Got my pasta water going back here. I got a little chef partner back here. Let me show you my little my new little buddy. Bam Bam. Well, there he is. Bam Bam's wanting to follow me around everywhere. Alright, so I've got a little oil in the water, a little salt in the water. So now we're going to go, let's see. We're going to do 1 tablespoon of kosher salt here. One. Okay, and I use white pepper in this. I actually did this last job I'm at. I usually don't use white pepper because we don't never have it. This stuff's expensive. It's like $5. This little thing. I like it though when I'm doing white sauces. It's better than using black pepper. I will use cayenne sometimes. This stuff is expensive. I'm gonna go with probably, I'm gonna say 1 teaspoon of that. Okay, so we're gonna go with that. Put the lid on the salt. I'll show you what we got going on over here. Bam Bam's wanting to follow me around. He's curious on what's going on here. All he knows is he smells food. So we're going to get this just some onions and mushrooms and garlic, salt, and white pepper. We're mixing that around, trying to get them mushrooms cooked. I don't have no white wine. If you have some white wine, you can feel free to splash a little bit in there. Maybe a couple of quarter cup or something, maybe less than that. Maybe a couple of these teaspoons. I'm not putting it in mine. I don't put it in there normally. So this is another ingredient. Green peas. I'm gonna go ahead and that's a ½ quart of cream. Call it a ½ quart of cream, and I always just put a little bit of water in there, enough to squish this around and get the last little bit of the goodies out of it. That's what we're doing here. Got my cream in there, and then I've got I'm gonna do four cups of chicken broth. That's going to be enough for that. So now I've got it. I know what the measure. I've got the spoon in here. This is you can just use chicken broth. I'm using this bouillon powder stuff. so I know how much to put in there for the to make it the 4 cups. So that was half quart cream, 4 cups chicken broth. I'm gonna crank the volume up on that a little bit. I've got it really not up that high because this burner gets crazy hot. So I got that going, and right over here I've got a 1.5 pounds of some smoked turkey that I had frozen. I may cut that back to 1 pound. We'll see how it works. Try to get me 8 ounces over here. Close enough to 8 ounces. There we go. That'd be 8 ounces. Alright, so I'm gonna start with 1 pound of turkey. This is probably gonna be enough, so I'm just gonna dice this stuff up. This is some smoked turkey I had froze from one I processed a while back. Trying to clear out my freezer. So this is a good dish to have after Thanksgiving, or so you ain't got to use smoked turkey with. I don't ever use smoked turkey. That's just what I have. You can just buy the little turkey breast that's already cooked. You know, if you want to do this little dish. This is the dark meat, I believe, that I have in this right here. So there's a little bit of white meat in here. So a little mix right here. Sound like it's going pretty good. Let's see. There you go, Bam Bam. A little piece of turkey. A little bitty piece that wasn't so desirable. He'll like it, but wouldn't be good for us. Had a little piece of cartilage on it. Alright, so I hear it going pretty, one of them's going pretty good. Either it's the, yeah, 1 pound of this turkey meat's going to be more than enough. I'll keep that other ½ pound out for sandwiches or something. Got this going here. So I may just need to do half that pasta. I don't really know. I'll have to look at it and see. You just want to cut this up in little small pieces, manageable pieces. I quartered the mushrooms, so you just get the mushroom and cut it once in half, then in half again. Or you can slice them. I just wanted to quarter them. I like to have a little bit of bite on the mushrooms. Alright, you can have that. That little piece had a little gristle in it. Alright, so we got this going on here. So I got my pound of turkey meat here. I'm going to change that. Actually, I didn't put it on there yet, so that's good. One pound of turkey. This is a pretty quick dish. I don't know why that water's taking so long to get hot. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the turkey in there. Turkey's going to help flavor it too. Yeah, that's more than enough turkey. Alright, so got this going on over here. So I'm going to let that cook for a few minutes and we'll be back. Alright guys, so we're back. And I just let that stuff roll for a minute. It didn't even go that long, maybe 5 minutes or something. I've got a ½ cup of cornstarch to a ½ cup of cold water. I've stirred it around real good. This thing's still bubbling pretty good. You want to make sure it's not quite boiling, but it's more than simmering. So I'm going to add that slurry to this. Then I've got 2 different cheeses. I hope they didn't get it too thick. No, it's going to be about right. Especially when I add the cheese, it's too thin right now, but it will be fine when I add the cheese. So I've got 6 ounces of Parmesan cheese here. Yeah. So I'm gonna add that. Six-ounce Parm. Okay, so I'll bring you over here, show you what we're looking like. Bam Bam's curious. See, we're getting good and thick. Cheese is melting all right. I got this cheese from Food City. So their brand evidently is a decent, it was only $2.50 for the 6-ounce thing. So that's a good price point on Parmesan, and it looks like it's a good melt. Some of it don't melt good, so you got to worry about it not working so good. Normally I would like it just a tad bit thick. I think that's going to be fine though, because like I said, we're going to bake it. So we'll be back. I'm fixing to set this camera down, and we're going to see what I'm going to do. Oh, I got this stuff I've got to add to it. I didn't want to overcook the peas, so hopefully I got a can opener here. I know I used it the other day. It is. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that off. Hopefully that pasta will get boiling here in a second. So we're gonna get these green peas. We're gonna drain all this water off. We'll add 1 can of green peas to this. That's going to be a 15-ounce can. I'm going to stir that around. Yeah, it's got really thick, or not really thick, but it's a little thicker than what it was when I was showing it to you. That cheese is pretty much melting all the way now. See, I'm gonna give it a taste, see if we want to add the mozzarella to it or not. I may put it on the top. That stuff's good like it is, so I'm not going to add nothing else to that. Waiting on water boil, we'll be back. Alright guys, so we're back. I've got my sauce over here. Y'all can cut this recipe in half if you want to. I promised the guys next door some food. When I got off work, they helped me out tremendously this morning. My tailgate was messed up or something, and helped unload a smoker. So I'm gonna have some different smoking videos. My other one, if y'all been watching me, you see the whole hog. I burnt my little electric smoker up, so I bought an old school smoker. There's the finished product as far as the sauce goes. And then I got some little bit small penne. This is a pound of this stuff. We're just gonna add that into there. One. Okay, so I was just gonna use macaroni noodles. That's what I had. I didn't want it to seem too redneckish, but I wouldn't have to spend no money if I just used macaroni noodles. So you can use whatever kind of noodles you want. You know, that would have saved me a little bit of money. This dish didn't cost that much to make because I already had the turkey left over in the freezer. All I had to do is buy some mushrooms. I already had peas. I already had cream. I had to buy some cheese. So I've got that stirred up like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to top it off with a ½ pound of mozzarella. I'm gonna throw it in the oven for a minute. So we just, I got the oven on 350. Let this go in the oven for a second. And we'll be back. Alright guys, so we're back. And I'm going to show you the sauce started covering. I was trying to let that cheese get a little bit brown, but it just wasn't having the sauce started leaking up a little bit. But it's got a nice little thick coating of that cheese on top. Said y'all cut this recipe in half. I got some other people that's going to be eating, so I'm going to dish me out a nice little helping for myself. See how stringy that is? Good and cheesy. Alright, so it was just about the right amount of sauce and right amount of pasta. And pretty much it all worked out good. I thought maybe it was going to be too much pasta, but no, it came out perfect, man. If you have a little parsley, a little more cheese going there if you want to garnish it. You know, I'm just eating it here at the house like y'all be, but if you want to impress somebody, I had a little parsley, but I fed the rabbits. So I'm fixing to give y'all the recipe. Alright, so we got 2 small onions, ½ pound of baby Bella quartered, 1 tablespoon of garlic, 1 tablespoon of kosher salt, 1 teaspoon of white pepper, 1/4 cup of heavy cream, no, one half quart. A ½ quart of heavy cream, 4 cups of chicken broth, 1 pound of turkey chopped up, 6 ounces of Parmesan cheese. You can do an 8 ounce if you want. 6 ounces was sufficient. 1 15-ounce can of green peas. 1 pound of pasta. I used a little penne, but you can use whatever kind of pasta you got. If you got elbow macaroni, use it. Then I had, I used a ½ pound of mozzarella to top it with. Now for the slurry, the thing that actually thickened up, it was a ½ cup of cornstarch to a ½ cup of cold water. And it's got to be simmering at least when you pour it in slow and whisk it. So I'm going to show you all the recipe where you can read it. But this, I'm fixing to try it too and see what it tastes like with the pasta and everything that I've added to it. Turkey tetrizini. You can also just put breadcrumbs on top if you want. I've heard of people doing that. This is just the way that I do it. Alright, so oh yeah, I got to try the pasta out to tell y'all what maybe. Sometimes, man, I'm honest. The crab cake recipe I did, I told everybody to cut back on the salt and the pepper, cut back on that a little bit. So I'm always honest to whether it needs something, and I'll change it on the recipe if I feel like it does. It's good like that. If you want to add a little more salt, a little more pepper, you can. To me, it's perfectly fine the way it is. It tastes like turkey tetrizini, you know. So you can play with it a little bit. I'm trying to watch my salt intake, so you can add a little more salt if you want. I wouldn't add a lot more, or you could just up the Parmesan cheese to half of a pound. That's going to add some salt to it too. But to me, it's fine the way it is. So until next time. Y'all have a blessed week. Oh yeah, I was going to tell y'all the dog. I didn't name him after Bam Bam, the Flintstones. I named him after the wrestler, Bam Bam Bigelow. To me, you know that I don't really watch wrestling that much, but I grew up watching it, and I believe that he should be in the Hall of Fame. There's like no reason why he's not, because I seen where somebody, I think Brock or somebody, gave up their top. Their Mount Rushmore of big guys, and man, they screwed it up, man. I don't consider the Undertaker on that list. I mean, he was a good guy, but like Bam Bam, just he did stuff that big men ain't able to do. Him and Vader, they need to be on the Mount Rushmore of big men. I know Andre the Giant was but he was just a big guy. He couldn't do, none of these big guys could do what Bam Bam and Vader did. I've not seen them. Maybe there is more, but them guys was just spectacular. They never got their dues in the wrestling business. Anyways, with that, sorry for the rant, but y'all have a blessed day.